GSL.
Welcome back, everybody, to the GSL Code A. Thartosis and Wolf. A is for awesome today. This is the group of death. We looked over the groups. Wolf, you confer that this is, you confirm, rather, that this is the group of death?
I'm like, Thartosis is the group of death. I've conferred it.
We've well done, well done. All right.
This conference.
ZVZ, one of your favorite matchups.
Yes.
You love to watch Roaches versus Roaches, I'm sure.
do. You know, it gives me a lot of pleasure.
Well, this is Soulkey going up against hyvaa. Soulkey, it was rumored when the Kespa guys were switching over that he was the best out of Kespa. It looked like it was Rain at first, and Soulkey showed us, no, it was me all along.
In the first week, it looked like it was flying, actually.
That's true. That's true. I take it all back. You're right. But yeah, he's fantastic. Probably the best Zerg in the world still, even though he is in Code A right now. And then we have hyvaa, who cheesed like crazy last year, quit the game, came back under MVP. Here he is. I'm so happy to have him back. This guy is actually one of the most skilled players, even though he's extremely cheesy. We'll talk about that more in just a second, because it looks like we're about to start this game.
Looks like at Thartosis, the very first map will be Frost for these two Zerg Titans to battle it out. One of these two will be going to the winner's match for GSL Code A Group F.
In the bottom right, our red Zerg, possibly the best in the world. He is
Soulkey.
Also a GSL champion. His opponent is the Chipmunk Zerg. On the bottom left, he is
hyvaa.
It's hyvaa. I won't call him hyvaa.
It was decided once by Calder there were 3 Chipmunks. Zerg, a Terran, and a Protoss. And he was dubbed the Zerg Chipmunk.
All right. He would be Alvin, right, if he was one of the Chipmunks.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that Shoya is Theodore. And Noblesse was the 3rd Chipmunk, but he disappeared, and I don't know the other Chipmunk's name is. So
Simon.
Simon, that's right. Oh yeah, Noblesse is so Simon.
Yeah,
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's pretty accurate. All right, let's actually talk about hyvaa for a second, because this guy does not get, it was hilarious some of the bad cheeses he was doing last year, especially during that OSL season.
Yeah.
But he actually showed that he's very good with various cheeses and whatnot. Who is this?
I don't know. Maybe he likes the Nexon team in baseball. I'm not sure he's hiding.
Well, he's still got his sticker on his hat, so I know he's cooler than me already. Because that's what that means. You have your sticker still on your baseball cap. You forgot to take that off, or you left on purpose. Either way, you're cooler than Thartosis. Checkbox next to that. But anyways. Back to hyvaa real quick. He's shown that he is very good with his cheeses, and he's very creative, and he's very clever. And you know, he's also shown that he can play some longer, more macro-y games. He knows how to do some good mind games as well. And one thing that I want everyone to know is back in StarCraft 1, this guy was actually one of the most legit players. He was actually Rookie of the Year in StarCraft 1. He was the ace of Eastro for quite a while, which made many of the best StarCraft 2 players came out of Eastro. And he was one of the Zergs that was really coming up when Jaedong was king of the crop, which I guess was for a long time. But he was overshadowed a little bit by Effort, who became the second best Zerg of all time, basically. So
and the most disappointing StarCraft 2 switcher of all time.
He is so far. But anyways, I mean, hyvaa, there's a ton of skill within this guy. Believe in him, guys. He's good.
Yeah, I think he gets a lot of hate because of his playstyle, but I think what's really respectable to me is that he quit the game, quote unquote, and then came back and was able to qualify for Code A. And I think he's such a good player. That's why I favor him actually getting out of the group.
Yeah.
I think he will beat Soulkey because Soulkey has had so many problems recently in the ZVZ matchup, and also just in general, he seems to be a bit shaky. When he lost to DRG in the Ace match,
yeah,
I was like, whoa, I can't believe that happened.
I mean,
DRG never
ZVZ has
wins
always
ace
been a bit
matches.
suspect. You look at some of the matches he's lost in ZVZ, very important matches. Like, do you remember the match against Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
Like, Yu-Gi-Oh is a very good player, but is he Soulkey level? No, of course he's not.
I mean, his ID is Yu-Gi-Oh. So.
Yeah, Soulkey, you know, when you get to be such a good macro Zerg, you get a little bit weaker at ZVZ, generally speaking. But
Yeah.
anyways, I mean, very strong player. Both players going for similar strats right now, as we can see.
Yeah, they're both just kind of scouting with a small group of Zerglings. Not really getting a whole lot of info.
And, well, this game looks like it's going to go reasonably long. Probably going to have a lot of roaches going back and forth on this map. It's generally what you see in these spots. Take third base, run to their side, run back. They follow you because they killed one extra roach. Then you kill one extra roach, and then you chase them right back.
Yeah, it's well said, Artosis. Oh,
Thanks. I think so.
decided to make a Roach Warren after all, not a second Eve chamber.
Ah.
Layer goes down instead for Soulkey back at home. So one of Soulkey's weaknesses in this matchup, I think, was definitely his weak defense against aggressive builds. Shine beat him like 4 times already, like in ZVZ.
Yeah. I feel like he actually overextends sometimes, where he thinks that he should win with a certain move, and then he doesn't. Okay. It's hard to explain much beyond there. It's just like, I think ZVZs in general, if no one really messed up early on, are a lot closer than you would expect when you're a better player, I think. You know,
Yeah.
where he's like, well, I'm way better than you, and I've done this basically perfectly. I should be able to kill you here. And then it doesn't work out, and he loses too many units, and then it snowballs. Yeah.
True.
I mean, we'll see how this goes. They definitely are switching up how they're going here. Soulkey going for the double Evo versus the single Evo. The second Evo on the way, though.
Yeah, he's gonna.
So it's just going to be a little bit slower.
A little bit slower. Yeah.
Actually, that's not much of a big deal, to be honest. The quicker speed for Soulkey.
Yeah, that's
But the quicker third for Iva slightly.
that's that's the trade-off, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
the thing is, it's hard to know the exact second your opponent started his speed compared to your speed. So, like, that little, you know, what is it going to be? 15-second period where he has speed and his opponent doesn't? Is he going to be able to
identify
capitalize
that,
on
capitalize it? Probably not.
Probably not. We'll see. And, you know, you will have that +1 care pace a little bit longer, but the +1 attack is going to be at the same time. I mean, as long as, you know, Hiva is a little bit defensive right when these upgrades are finishing, then he should be fine.
Yeah. Killing these rocks to actually give himself a better defensive area. I really like that, actually.
I also really appreciate the creep spread I see from Hiva. It's giving him really good vision of that southern part that he doesn't have to worry about. We do have some vision, though, from Overlords, I guess, from Soulkey in that area, so I guess it's actually fine that he hasn't done that.
The thing about the creep spread is it gives you a little bit more movement speed, too, but it also gives your opponent that much movement speed against you when he's attacking you.
But it's your creep.
Still gives that movement speed up close.
Oh my god.
That's actually always a funny thing, like when you think about ZVZ, about creep spread. And
Yeah.
you've seen, you know, we've seen players actually snipe little tumors because they're trying to keep their opponent's attacks like a little bit slower against them from time to time. I don't think we've ever really seen somebody like kill their own tumors, but because usually you already realize like that you don't want tumors to spread towards your opponent before that and don't actually make them. But
on this map, the tumors almost normally get exactly to the center, so
yeah,
that's
it needs
generally how
spawns
this
anyways.
goes.
Yeah.
And I would say anytime you're going Roach, you do want your tumors out some amount.
See, he snipes these here.
Yeah.
It looked like an intentional choice.
That's a vision snipe, I think.
Yeah, I think
more
so,
than
too.
anything else. And just getting rid of the active ones, like if your opponent's pushing creep, obviously he wants creep.
Yeah.
So why not deny that and not give him what he wants?
Yeah, because then if you want it later, you can still use yours to connect it.
Yeah. Unless he did that to yours as well.
Yeah. Something you can try to deny. So Overlords are having a meeting, talking to the big Overlord in the middle.
So right now I'm really liking Soulkey's position. He's continuing to make roaches. He's getting +2. And he is getting that burrow movement, which will help him to heal up a little bit quicker. Because both of them do get burrow here. Oh, burrow movement does start for Iva, but Iva didn't start that +2 attack until way, way late.
That could actually be something that comes into play, something that he can capitalize on.
That's a big amount of time.
Overlord's just being denied everywhere. These two are both...
in fact, I think he just gooped the evolution chamber of Soulkey.
He did.
Pretty darn sure about that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's not moving on the production tab, so...
Yeah, so that gives him an even bigger window. And now that he gooped it once, he knows that he's going to have quicker +2 for sure. He's not exactly sure how long maybe, but
wow,
look at this timing. You got to be joking me. What?
I'm joshing you, man.
Oh, you got to be pulling my roach leg. This is... The fact that he got in there right before that could see him, this is a hugely powerful move, and Hyvaa is going to be thinking, how the hell did you do that?
Yeah, magic. Yeah, he's actually going to be able to possibly counterattack and do some damage here. Hyvaa goes a big commitment to the main. Now he's got less roaches here to defend.
And Burrow move away. That's right. He gets to move right in here. And with similar numbers of roaches, but lots of the roaches of Hyvaa being in the main base.
Does he have +2? Actually, that's the question here.
Yes, he does. Wow, this is so in his favor at the moment.
Soulkey.
The rest of the roaches are coming out, so he may have to turn around.
But he's going to get a good trade here until that point, and then walk away.
And look, still, he has a bunch of roaches in there. And now he runs away, and you know what? That was a very good trade for him.
Could actually almost turn around and fight the small group that chased him. Wow. He's like having some serious trouble here, Artos.
He is. The multitasking of Hyvaa is actually falling off a little bit. That's okay. He's got his own Burrow movement going on.
Well, that upgrade lack is still there. Looks like he's going to be able to pick off a few more drones and then just hide, forcing another Overseer to be morphed, which is more gas spent.
Now, at this moment, we have a bigger army for Soulkey, and we have way more drones. Like
and a bigger
16
bank.
more.
Yeah.
But as these upgrades finish up, because Hyvaa's going to 2-2, whereas for Soulkey, I mean, he just staying on 2-1. So that plus the fact that Soulkey has more drones means that there might be a max timing attack that would be pretty good.
Yeah,
whoa, look at this move. Look at what we're seeing here.
Oh, he's hiding the numbers. Now he pops up.
Wow.
Not the best angle here, but not the best angle for Hyvaa either. He's going for a big counterattack. This is why his roaches are missing. And let's see if he can actually win the game. This is probably going to be the deciding moment here. Way more roaches for Soulkey here at this point, and 2 roaches here at the back not fighting. There they go.
Soulkey's still mining a lot more. He has a lot of larvae, and he had a bigger bank as well, considering that he got some better trades earlier on. So he's able to refill a bit more, and it looks like Soulkey's going to be able to take this first game in pretty convincing fashion.
Looks that way, as like his reinforcing roaches that pop out, the 16 of those, should be enough to clean up the rest.
GG.
GG, Soulkey.
And, you know, as I was saying, if Hyvaa does not beat Soulkey, I don't think he gets out of the group, because that's like, I feel like this is going to be his best match in this group.
I think it's time for some of that Hyvaa cheese.
Maybe.
It's like the most expensive type of cheese. It's the finest cheese you can get in ZUZ.
I thought it would be cheap.
Well, it depends on which variation he goes for, I suppose.
He does have the mass market type. Good play by Soulkey. They both did very similar strategies, but at the end of the day, Soulkey, his timings were a bit crisper. He moved that Burrow movement roach set in, and that's really what did it, because Hyvaa was morphing his Overseer. If he had morphed that, like, 5 seconds earlier, the entire game looks different and it's still going on. We're still commentating it. Instead, here we are, and he's dead.
Yeah, that's true. That was a bit of luck on his side, but also, you know, a chance that he took. So it's definitely, you can't fault him for that.
He got the Burrow movement really quickly. He started it way before Hyvaa. He got his layer up a little bit quicker as well. So.
I feel like that's why it wasn't ready in time, because he wasn't expecting